Oh my goodness, folks, what is up? This is Michael. Once again, wide awake in the wee hours of the night on the graveyard shift with your daily trivia question to get your brand new day started. Happy Thursday. Thankful Thursday. Definitely thankful for everyone like you and all the work you do. I really do appreciate you guys very, very much. So, let's keep on going. We're wrapping this week up. So, the answer to the previous trivia question was, of course, the cool 1984 movie called Red Dawn with its PG-13 rating for the very first time. Now, the action movie Red Dawn, like I said, became the very first movie ever to be released with a PG-13 rating on August 10th of 1984. That was the focus of the trivia question. The movie tells the story of a group of teenagers who banded together to protect their small Colorado town after it is suddenly invaded by communist paratroopers from both Russia and Cuba. The group becomes a ragtag military force of sorts who call themselves the Wolverines. If you've never seen the movie, you should check it out. I loved it. I thought it was pretty cool. Now, the rating system was established by the Motion Picture Association of America, also known as MPAA, which was founded way back when in 1922. The MPAA would introduce its first ever movie rating system not until 1968, in response to groups who wanted better guidelines for parents to determine whether or not a movie's content and themes were child appropriate. Now, since that inception in 1968, this is what, if you're a Generation Xer like me, this is what we grew up with. For the longest time, there were only three categories. There was a G, a PG, and an R. Like I said, definitely simpler times. And most movies that came out were PG. They fell right in the middle. Okay? So the system worked until Hollywood started making too many movies that were not child safe enough for a PG rating, but didn't necessarily deserve an R. And we got to that point. Remember, this is the mid 80s, so Hollywood always just chugs out movie after movie after movie, right? That's what they do. They're a money-making, generating machine. So by the mid-1980s, they were kind of pushing the envelope as far as content goes. So that's why there was a need for something maybe in the in-between of a PG and an R. There were simply too many movies on the market that seemed to call for more than just suggested parental guidance. Okay, again, something in the in-between. Enter in the PG-13 rating, which was added to indicate film content with a, quote, higher level of intensity that may be inappropriate for children under 13 years old, which may contain very strong language, nudity, strong, mildly bloody violence, or mild drug content. All this is quoted off the MPAA books and so forth. So this was the case from 1984 heading into 1990. In 1990, NC-17 rating, brand new NC-17 rating was added with additional descriptions that went along with the letter ratings, giving audiences more information about the content of the films. As far as I'm concerned, this is when things got confusing, quite frankly. Now, this additional descriptive aspect of source still exists today. You'll see things pop up, no matter if you're watching a movie, or if you're streaming, or if you're watching even a primetime show, right? It'll say contains language, nudity, smoking, adult subject, violence, alcohol, drug use, etc. Okay, everything that the movie it might have a warning for is going to be given up front. So NC-17, a lot of people don't realize this, comes after an R rating in terms of intensity levels. I did not know that. I thought NC-17 came after PG-13 and before R. But you see, like I said, once 1990 hit and NC-17 was added, I got totally confused. And I quite frankly thought there were way too many categories. Anyways, but I'm old. I'm old generation, traditional Generation Xer, and that's the way I think. So go figure. Anywho, I digress just a little bit. Some cool geek factoids about Red Dawn and the PG-13 rating. Red Dawn, the 1984 movie, was considered a flop by monetary standards. It has $17 million production cost with a gross of only $38 million. That's not too good as far as Hollywood terms are concerned. Now, the film was remade in 2012. A lot of people don't realize this. This time, instead of communist and Cuba invaders, it was North Korean invaders. And it also received, coincidentally enough, a PG-13 rating. And it also flopped just as bad. Just as bad. I think it just came and went within weeks. I think Chris Helmsworth is in the 2012 remake, if I'm not mistaken. But the 1984 movie is much, much better as far as I'm concerned. The 1984 Red Dawn is kind of a cult classic of sorts as far as I am concerned. I loved it. I am old enough to have gone to see Red Dawn in the movie theater when it first came out. And yes, that was back in the day when you had to go to a movie theater to actually watch a movie, and we walked to school uphill both ways. But anyways, I loved it. Both are available for in the bargain bin on places like Amazon, $3 and $5 respectively. I found it for both. I found one offer on Amazon where you can get both the 1984 and 2012 movie on DVD for both for $5. So pick them up, add them to your catalog. Something to binge watch on a rainy day. If not for free, depending on your streaming service, they're also probably available for free too. But that's a little history of the movie rating system. Red Dawn, which takes the prize for being the first ever PG-13 rated movie. All right, folks, let's keep the week going with a brand new trivia question for August 11th. On this day in 1965, rioting broke out in this neighborhood and district in southern Los Angeles that would last for 6 days, resulting in 34 deaths, $40 million in property damage. It was the largest and costliest rebellion of the civil rights era at the time. Good luck, folks. Have a good day. All that good stuff. Look out for each other. Thanks for all you do. Peace out.